I'd initially written a script, but it's very hard to memorize the script. But yeah, I'll just go as it flows, sincerely. But hello. How are you doing today? Please let me know in the comment section. I really want to know how you guys are doing. I know it's been a while since I dropped a video. And today's video is okay. First of all, let me welcome those that are just joining. If you're just joining my YouTube channel, if you're just seeing my video, I welcome you. You're welcome. Thank you for even clicking to watch. My name is Oluwanifemi, and yeah, I am the CEO of Oluwanifemi YouTube channel. Please do not forget to subscribe. Thank you. So today I'm going to be sharing 5 things that I wish I knew before starting out my master's degree abroad. And I hope you're going to learn one or two things from there. I will start by number one. I wish I prepared before traveling. I wish I really had that sufficient time to prepare. So I'll give you the backstory. My journey was a bit different. Normally, if you're planning to resume by, say, 2026, you would normally have started your application. You normally apply in 2025 for a master's degree. So the reason I said my journey was different is because I did same, but it was an offer that I got earlier the next year without a scholarship. Well, having dealt with a lot of unsuccessful applications, me had already given up in 2022 that I was going to get any opportunity to resume my master's in 2023. I not like I gave up per se, but I knew that I just thought, okay, we're going to continue next year, something like that. But as I would have it, in 2023, early 2023, I received an offer, but without a scholarship. So the scholarship came around mid 2023. I was already working at the time, which meant that I had just July and August to make appropriate preparation. So the purpose of this the whole story I'm telling you is to say that I didn't have sufficient time to prepare academically and to also prepare in terms of trying to understand the culture or maybe seeing a lot of videos, asking more questions, even if possible learning the language. I didn't get to do all of those. So here is what I would have done differently if I had that sufficient time. Number one, I would have gone to the university's website to take a detailed look at the courses and to see what I could start learning at the time earlier before we resumed. That is what I would have done. One of the things I would have done. And the second thing I would have done, which is also important because I was in France, is that I should have learned the language at least to the A1 level. I believe that this would have really helped me during my French classes as well because somewhat they were a bit advanced for what I knew before in terms of the language. So maybe I would have done that as well. And also spend time talking to people, to scholars in France or scholars in my program to understand better how everything is going to go, what I should be doing, what I should not be doing. Of course, I mean, I tried as much as possible to talk to the people that I could talk to, but you know that if you have more time, you would have, there's a higher chance of having more information, definitely, if you're intentional about that. You get. So, number two is that I wish I prepared my mind that the journey is going to be a lonely one. Hmm. This I am saying it with every form of cautiousness. For a start, it was when I started to integrate into the system, and when I was able to find a church or people that could speak English. When I found people that we had some things in common, I think it became better. And also, when I got acquainted with my colleagues as well, I think it became really better. But the truth is that you would miss your family. It could be lonely at times. Yeah, one of the lonely journey you would have to face is you would have to face a lot of culture shocks. So many things that you're not even used to. So many things that you've not been familiar with right from when you were young. You may have to experience them. Also, another thing could be that Because of this tag on being abroad, people just believe that you've made it in life if you travel abroad, and they often ignore different hurdles that we had passed through or what we may even currently be facing. They just believe that, oh, you're abroad, you are probably getting some kind of foreign currency and you're good, like you don't have problems, you don't have anything to worry about. But there's a lot to worry about, particularly when you're not in a place that you're really familiar with. So yeah, that's one thing. The advice I would give people that are already there is to find that community. Ask people that have been there before that you're able to connect with about community, about places you could go, organizations you could join, church activities you could join, if there are international churches that you could attend as well. I think that would be very helpful. Also, I mean, still keep your friends, of course, online. Always make sure you're keeping in touch with your friends online. And yeah, I know it's not very easy because, first of all, you're trying to understand your system. Then academics come in again. You need to study, you need to do assignments, you need to do projects. So it's it's a journey. Let me use that word. It's a journey. The third thing is that prepare your mind for a possible knowledge gap. Okay, so I would explain. There are two reasons that there could be a possible knowledge gap, right? Number one, maybe your background is not necessarily very related to what you're doing. And number two, maybe your teachers or the particular country that you enter, they are not, they just mostly assume because it's a master's degree. Some of them may assume that you already know, you already have requisite knowledge, of course. And maybe you do have the requisite knowledge, but at some point you may still need to do some self-study. You may still need to try to fill that gap, and that is that phase where you are very mindful of imposter syndrome, because if you're not careful, you start feeling that you're not good enough. You start comparing yourself with your other colleagues. And one thing you should always remember is that, or one thing I took to heart and that I always kept in mind, is that I am here to learn, and I would not always be the smartest in the room, because being the smartest in the room self is sometimes not an advantage, right? Because it does not really give you room to learn. So understand that you would not always be the smartest in the room. You would have people from different parts of the world that have done different things that are mind blowing, and then you just need to be open to learning. You need to be open to ask questions as well. And this will lead me to the number 4 point, which is that people are willing to help more often than not. People are willing to help. You just need to ask. That is one thing that I learned in my journey abroad. Like, I believe that the help was even not that expected, because you would have imagined that are these people going to understand what I'm going through? Will these people be open to guiding me on this particular thing? But you would notice that people are actually willing to help if you're able to ask. So what you should learn from this particular point is, don't be scared. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be scared to ask for help. We need help as humans. We need help. If you're not getting something, ask for help. If you need help to figure out things, ask for help. People are actually willing to help. This would lead me to the last point of this video, and that is the fact that I wish I learned how to use Google Map. I know it's very funny, but yeah, if you did not live in a city like Lagos or some other cities in Nigeria, where I'm from, you may not be really familiar with the map, with using the Google Map to locate places. My dear, in the abroad, you need Google Map, or else you will just get missing. You get lost. So, it's also important that before traveling, try to understand how the Google Map works. And the Google Map here is a bit different from ours, such that on the map you can see the schedules of the different buses that are moving from your location to wherever it is that you're going to, which is different from ours. Ours, for us in Nigeria, you may not necessarily see the bus schedule because we don't necessarily have a really working transport system. So, but yeah, definitely you could be able to use the map to locate the places you want to go to if you're driving your private vehicle or you're using Uber or Bolt. Yeah, you can use the map. But compared to this place, you can find most of the information that you need on the map regarding location. So learn to use your Google map. Okay, that will be the end for today. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much. Do have a nice day. Bye.